Anyway, gang, we got stuff to do. End area via or in area 2. All you need is once. Yeah, jeez. There's several jokes here. Anywho. Let's go get on a boat and go over to here. And hey, yeah, check it out. We're playing as a cool guy. He's got a sword for an arm. That's a thing that cool people do, I guess. As I said before, our cards don't affect this guy. I know, Nintendo is just crying right now that they let somebody have this on their console. I mean, it really kind of... Yeah, see, that's the part that I think is, like, worse, is that, hey, what if you need to, like, hold 2 cups of coffee at the same time or something? You're not gonna have such a great deal with that. I'm just like, okay, what's a good way to play this? Spirit. I mean, I guess, but then like it starts just draining out of the hole in the cup, and now you've got like a cup and a quarter or so of probably of coffee. That is yeah, you're gonna make a big mess is the important part here. Listen, for some reason, they just gave 2 dudes in this franchise sword arms. Like, they were like, hey, this is something that the kids are gonna find really cool, and then now that I'm like 30-something, I'm just like, that is such a bad idea, guys. I think we've been in the crane already. The crane comp, pardon me. Instead of a high five, they can do... Yeah, I guess so. I was like, are they even... They're both swords on the same arm. Proto Man even has a shield, but I think we kind of know that Colonel is just cooler. I mean, look at this guy. You can even see a little bit of his beard and his little walking sprite. Also, his cape. I mean, come on. What's not to like about this guy? Zero base or base 0. He is... Oh, we gotta get a key. Boo Earns. You couldn't have had that to begin with, guys. I mean, he's literally... Beryl literally has the HQ for our organization set up in Scilab. You would think... at the very least, that he'd be able to get permission once in a while. Anyway, no, Colonel is, like, very directly... very strongly inspired by Colonel from the Mega Man X sub-series, who was in, like, X4. You know, the good one. And that's about it. Mega Man X4, also the game mostly notorious among fans for its terrible voice acting, but also it legitimately is like the best one. Hey, shoutouts to this bot trying to... Oh, apparently by clicking on ban, that didn't delete the message. Well, that's my fault for being silly. Messages disappeared from the chat, but it still appears on the OBS. Listen, don't tell me you've got better viewers on a different channel. That's his maybe. If you're gonna say that, you know, bring him the fuck over here. It's like when somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this other streamer, you know, and come on, you know, just... Some people are so fucking disrespectful, right? I don't know what else to even say. Ah, shit. There goes that. Yeah, it is like, again, it's like if somebody goes over and they drop in and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch something else, and they tell you what they're gonna watch. Like, okay, I didn't really care too much to begin with, but also, like, hey, you've guaranteed that I'm not gonna watch that again, and I'm not going to cry when you don't come back. Because you're not a good audience member. Anywho. That and, like, don't be an asshole to someone who doesn't ask for you know, criticism, but that's another matter entirely. I digress. I digest, as it were. In fact, I do that with a fair bit of regularity. Yeah, exactly. I mean... Listen, people have lives and get sleepy and stuff too, so I mean, the full details of your whatever are not important to me. Oh, that charge is slow. Ooh, boy. That's a little rough. Well, hooray, we got a chip that we got, like... I swear, we got so many of those things out of Higsby's his chip trader earlier, so... Sheesh. Even less value than usual, game. And that's not saying a lot. Listen, you hockey puck. Wait. There we go. Nice! That counter was too timely. I was not even expecting that. Alright, so what's the program dealer got again? I mean, none of this stuff is of great import to us right now, but... Ooh, super armor is pretty good. Colonel is being our Navi because Mega Man kinda got ate by a dark cloud at the end of the last stream because of reasons. All right, yeah, let's take a poke around in here and maybe we'll find something. I'm gonna be honest, judging by the performance issues that you're getting, and I mean, Grandia is like, what, PS1 era? Surely you can emulate that. I mean, DuckStation isn't that bad unless your computer is an absolute potato. Ah, yeah, the ever-present filters over the visuals of video game remasters. Well, I guess at least it's not like a CRT filter like they put on those mini consoles. Those are always really just a little goofy because they don't actually properly do what they claim to. Oh, Breesolf, your computer's not that much of a potato. Yeah, DuckStation seems to be perfectly accurate as far as most people have been able to ascertain for PS1 stuff, or at least that seems to be the general tenor of how people say it is. And the performance seems to be pretty good. I don't know anything about regular PCSX because I'm gonna be honest, I legitimately did not know that PCSX for PS1 existed for a very long time. Actually, I think I already knew what DuckStation was before I did that. Oh, okay, EPSXE. EPSXE is outdated. It's usually pretty good. I'm not gonna be in here and be like, oh yeah, EPSXE is terrible. It's the Z-SNES of PS1 emulators. That's not true. It seems like it works, but generally at this point, DuckStation is about as runnable on most things. And again, will probably get you that accuracy just to absolutely guarantee that things aren't going badly. Like for a popular game like that, like I think Revelations Persona should actually be one that would likely be fine, but of course a lot of emulators, at least as my experience goes. Oh, this guy's just jogging. My general experience with emulators and knowledge about how they're programmed and stuff is basically that they set them up so that way they'll run the most popular games for sure, but then if you want to play something else, it's a little bit hit and miss. Like, it will have some effect because, you know, you're still emulating the console, but perfection is not going to be guaranteed. This is especially the case. Well, it was especially the case back in the SNES days, where a lot of games had specialized chips built in. Like, for a very long time, Z-SNES did not run Mega Man X2 or X3 because they used the CX4 chip, sometimes known as the C4 chip, which handled some extra graphical stuff, so that way it could do like 3D wireframes and stuff of that nature. I'm technically getting a little bit afield of the point here in some regard, but, you know, history lesson time, I guess, anyway. Yeah, he certainly should, well, definitely get it up to date and that stuff, because, yeah, that would always be helpful. I don't think DuckStation is even under, is DuckStation still under active development? Did the guy come back? Because I know that the guy quit, and I'm pretty sure that the reason was connected to something to do with, like, his source code being stolen. Their source code being stolen, pardon me, I should say things better, by the people who make RetroArch, which again seems a little bit funny when it's open source, but also, you know, this kind of thing is always complicated anyway, and programming drama, good lord, there's a lot of it in the world. That's all I can say. Is there's a lot of programmer drama out there. Shit. Well, that's unfortunate. That's extremely unfortunate, in fact. Well, at least we did that. Hey, you got anything to say? Oh, yeah. This stinks. Wait. Alright, so we can go in. I'm going to assume that we want to go to Scilab Area 4, then. Just taking a guess by the way this is set up. We got Tornado D. Unfortunately, by the way, I did do some checking around, and it seems like there's just not actually an easy combo of using a tornado and an air spinner in this game. It kind of has to be you throw out the air spinner at the end of the turn and you pick your tornadoes the next turn, or you just use air shots and stuff like that. Which is sad, because I remember that combo being very good in some of the later games. Alright, so this should hit when... Oh, I'm too late. Crud. Is that a Bubsy reference? No, it's a reference to horns. I mean... We'll call it a not on purpose there. Because, yeah. Yes, that is generally a thing that you have to do. It's a way to basically make sure that that sort of thing cannot be pursued legally, because there could be issues with that. I forget where exactly, like, the legal status of console BIOS software is. I think it is just straight up illegal to distribute it, but yeah, can't auto download it from the emulator itself. That is correct. Yeah, just again, we're already talking about stealing a game, you know, stealing a game in big scare quotes here. Yeah, we're already talking about downloading a game. Just download the it is just a matter of, like, you gotta find it now, though, so. Yeah. You wouldn't download... Yeah, you don't know that. Exactly, right? It's okay, I think one of the... Isn't one of the luxury car companies, or possibly even just a regular car company, attempting to make, like, a thing that you have to pay in order to use the heating or some other piece of it? Like, I can't think of the word right now. Subscription, there we go. So you could probably literally pirate a car Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. See, you know car shit better than I do. Yeah, it would be nice if I didn't get panic attacks behind the wheel. That would be kind of cool. You know, going places seems like fun, but unfortunately, I just freak out every time I get in it. Anyway. Yeah, so basically, yeah, that there's like a subscription for being able to heat your seats properly or something. And I feel like at some point, we've got to hit a point where it's like, you can just, where you can actually just pirate that. Like, surely that's got to be a thing that eventually someone will... Fuck. Eventually someone will... That's not what I meant to say. That sounds way worse than I meant it to. Yeah, see, look what's happened. The game has decided that I'm not allowed to have fun, so, yeah, that is certainly true if it's a BMW thing, but like also again, legitimately it is like, hey, yeah, maybe one day someone will actually be able to do car piracy, and I find that very funny. Oh, this guy wants us to fight our thing. Well, that's a good question, Mega Man. One of these days, I'll actually try setting that stuff up. I always sort of worry, too, because for anything related to that, it's like, oh, does any of this clash with anything else I would want to do with this? Is this just a one? Yeah, yeah, that is true. As far as PS1 scaling, it still kind of looks like exactly as low poly count as it does because, hey, it's PS1, isn't it? Those good old 32 bits. Which is what most machines continue to run on. Multi-sample drifting. Wait, sorry. That's the second multi-track drifting joke I've made today, and that's incredibly silly. I don't know what this server comp is, but it's got an item for us, so that's cool. And it's just more of the same enemies, of course it is. That's a little tragic. Wow, I played a formation that we've seen. Oh, it's an HP memory. Colonel doesn't need it, apparently. Well, you can't just pick it up and mail it to LAN. Guys, our boss is a dick. Nice, that pierces armor. Or maybe they weren't considered to be blocking yet, but regardless, that's pretty good. It's a pity that we can't really use the chip for much of anything. But hey. Needless overkill. So does this actually go anywhere? Yes, it does. It goes back here. Well, that's neat. Wow, very nerdy. I'm actually going to go back to Hicksby's shop real quick because I've got a bunch of doodads. And maybe we can get ourselves some more interesting ships a little bit. Ooh, so this is an odd one. This plops an apple onto the field, and the first thing that hits it gains 300 health. That's kind of cool. And by kind of cool, I mean kind of interesting anyway. It's probably not an effective way to heal, but also imagine using healing ships. Sensor 2? Question mark? Electron. And I don't know how that works, but I'll try it out, I guess. At some point. Oh, nice, another grab. But unfortunately, it's not in a code that we're using very extensively. Attack up, we don't really need that. Definitely don't need another wind box because we got so many of them. Oh, yes! Oh my god, yes, color points. Oh. With how much we abuse Gyroman's chips, this is absolutely sick. Because that's going to give us an extra hit on it, too. Plus increasing each hit by 30 damage? Hell yeah. Push it! Yeah, thank you, game. I remember Bomb Boys from the previous game. Good to know that they're back. That's not going to suck or anything. Bubbles spread into big V. I don't remember what that does. I would assume that it's like one above and below you and they sort of make like a bunch of diagonal patterns. We'll probably forget to find out. Fanfare. Did we not get one of those earlier? That's probably good. I may have to start investing into A-code as an option here because we're getting those 2 area grabs. That seems pretty nice. Wood nose. So that's attacks a total of 3 squares ahead, I think. Thing. Katana. Does a wide sword and then a long sword slash. Barrier, yeah, we've seen that before. Another fanfare. Another color point, heck yeah. I'm liking that end of things. Sea Seed. Water panels, by the way, work kind of like sand panels, except I think they also damage fire-type enemies that walk into them. And anything that's a water element that walks on a sea panel can hide in it. And similar to ice panels in previous games, electric attacks on them deal double damage. They also double the damage of tornadoes that are used on them. So, sea panels are quite versatile. Unfortunately, I think all of our real access to things that use them, or create them rather, are all letter-coded. Whereas we would want them in star because otherwise, hey, our combos are kind of butt, actually. Like, we start out looking pretty good. We get a lot of S-code ships early on, but after that, things get a little bit rough. Also, I forgot to update my folder. Well, you know what? Because I don't. You know what? Chicken butt. There we go. Got him. Ah! Unfortunately, in the end, it was I who was got. That's what I get for thinking that I can get something in that tight. I am not, like, competent at these games. I know what stuff is and how to do stuff, but also I'm just not actually good at pulling it off. Haven't heard that one before. Woo! I mean, wait. I fucked up real bad there. Oh well. Oh, that's what that email is. That's my usual 6:30 Discogs telling me about a bunch of shit that I can't afford email. Oh, he can actually get me up there. Wow. I kind of want to see if I can get panel grab in there and see if it can attack me when I'm behind it. That would be impressive, but I'd also be really mad about it. Alright, here we are in another bright red area. Let's go. Oh yeah, this place is a pain in the ass to navigate, isn't it? Sure it is. Because, like, why would they make it easy on us? Good enough, I think. Ooh, we've got the meteor guys here. This would probably not be a bad place to grind in order to try to get some of the asteroid ships. If it weren't for the fact that doing this would take forever. And I don't remember if they're even in good codes. In fact, the odds are quite good that they aren't. Alright, what do you got, buddy? He's just got weapons. Got some interesting stuff, I guess. How much damage is M Cannon worth? 120. What, that's it? Boo earns. Let's see if we can't put some of these color points in here as bolsterances for some of our fun stuff. Oh yeah, I should probably put Super Vulcan in, huh? I've got space for that. All right. That should be a nice little edit to our folder. Let us carry on. Yeah, X4. X4 is a really good one, in my opinion, but it's also definitely a point where the games really start to get hard. Primarily because they start taking away the amount of sub-tanks and stuff you get, so, yeah. Oh, of course there's new 6-SAM support. There's, like... I just feel like that is a guarantee to happen on some level. Oh, Breesolf. How you doing, by the way, Chief? Just the same old, usual. I have no idea where I was going with that. It's okay, back then I can't imagine it was worth much, because, well, GBA games at that point. And then nowadays, well... Oh, we got a nice item there. Oh, cool. I'll see if I can drop in, but, I mean, for the next one. Of course, I had set up a stream schedule, like, a couple weeks before you announced that you were moving to Fridays. And it's very possible that I did a huge dumb here, but... And then I realized, oh yeah, you're doing it Friday evenings. Ah, shit. But I guess I can rewatch the old stuff. Oh, it's slow gauge. That's actually, that's a huge get, even though you usually would look at that with disdain. Mega Man's... I would not be surprised if you probably had one of the collections somewhere, just because those wormed their way into one's gaming inventory without too much difficulty. Mega Man Soccer sure was a video game. Well, to be fair, I think at least that I had decided on it before you got your schedule moved around work. And I know that that's at least part of it, so... You know, it's just my dumb ass, really, and yeah. Look, man, I'll watch the, I almost said the rewatch. I mean, I guess that's kind of true, but... I'll watch the VODs, and I'll come back in later and be like, yeah, damn, that RNG is being real silly. At the very least, hopefully there have been less soft locks this year, because that stuff is always kind of irritating. Alright, come on, Metroid Fire, move. Oh, perfect position, heck yeah. Saints and Falcons from week 5, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to take a watch. Which is absolutely not how you phrase that, but yeah, Saints Falcons week 5, gotcha. I hope there's been some fun stuff, some future greatest game potential there. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Oh, what's going on here? We got a dark portal because they don't want to show us new animations for Dark Mega Man, I guess. Who's just using regular Mega Man sprite, but purple. Lan, he's fucking purple, come on. I hate to say this, but there's no way that he's a good guy anymore. Going completely over to the other side, you know. He's walked onto the across the bus or something. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh no, the real Mega Man is inside still. I thought I already flushed him out. You flush it out! You flush it out! Sorry. Just punch him in the back of the head and, like, I don't know, reverse torture him or something. I don't know. Oh, well. Evil Mega Man decided to fuck off and leave us with just 3 random scrubs. I'm pretty sure we can beat these guys with one hand tied behind my back. You're not really improving your, the conditions here a little bit. Again, I think we could probably steamroll these dudes, Colonel, but you know what? If you want to do this, I mean, I guess we just would need some more health or something. Yeah, I guess if we need a little bit more backup, then okay. Shoot! He just says shoot so much. I'm just picturing Colonel swearing up a storm. Alright, well, I guess it would take Nightman too long to get here, but, well, rip in pieces. Yeah, exactly, Brian. There you go. A maid Samus sprite, wow. Then again, I guess Super Metroid Rando has probably been adding a bunch of graphics. I don't remember. I haven't looked at Super Metroid Rando in a while because I'm pretty bad at it. In particular, I'm like really terrible at wall jumping. If it had like Metroid Fusion style controls and stuff, I'd probably be better at it. Oh well. Just referencing other M at this point. Wow, that's... I'd say that's mean, but also, I mean, not so much. And I'd say that's accurate, but also it is probably a little over the top. Anywho. Yeah, so... it looks like we really just need to be able to recalibrate the numbers game on us, is what he's saying, which, again, I'm sure that we could beat all these guys' asses quite handily, but you know what? If that's what they want me to do for the plot, then okay. Ah, yes, we get to go on a cruise ship. Like, I could have done it without help. Yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. I mean, how many Capcom characters could have just steamrolled all those bozos instantly? Uber Corp is the name of the super company. Oh boy. So, a booster program. We've gotta make sure that the bad guys don't, like, spend grotesque amounts of money. Only took for... well, it's a shame it takes so long, dude. But hey, good you seem to have gotten it working. Ah, good old bad typo there. I assume that's because they just did very simple substitutions on this compared to the Team Proto Man script, because that game came out earlier in Japan. I would expect that they were like basically just using that as a base. And in Team Proto Man, Tesla is who we talk to instead of Tesla Magnus, aka Gauss's child, not... I realize it's saying Tesla just with no context in a tech-based video game seems a little bit odd. But I digress. I see Lance becoming a little bit more cold-hearted killer, but we gotta do what we gots to do. Yeah, like for example, him saying, I do know Royals person, that's a big fuck up. You could probably write it as, I know a royal person, that would be quite easy, you know. But yeah, if they're just doing like simple substitutions and stuff for a lot of that, then okay, fair enough. Hey you, can we get on this boat? This is a weird thing to ask, but yeah. Thank goodness that she doesn't like parties. Things have just lined up perfectly and we get to get ourselves onto a big boat. Man, let me tell you, nothing good ever happens on boats. For now, let's go and take a nap. And yes. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Brian's journey had, like, some of the translated into one direction and then backwards kind of issues. Excuse me. And also, of course, text limitations because, hey, ancient video games, tiny cartridges. Anything new in the bargain bin? Not yet, but there is that asterisk barrier, so that's cool. Oh, that's a little bit on the weird side. I don't believe I knew about that. Anywho, I'm taking a second here to go and look up the location of something on a wiki here. Alright, so we got the Dark Sword, Dark Tornado. It's very late. Is it you? Yeah, there we go. We got a Quizmaster here. Alright. Go for it. Drop from the car around the curve. Speed. Grinds down hills, yet remains unseen. Time. How many steel drums are outside? Oh, now you're asking me, like, real questions. Okay. Well, I think that Brian is the closest without... Yeah, anyway. One attack cannon, mini bomb, wide sword is 170. Sport is a bit scary because people hit, throw, and steal. Baseball. Rock combo, that's solid. Okay, yeah, that's this person saying, hey, yeah, get on the boat. Sure enough, get on the boat. I mean, arachnoid just, yeah, I mean, it's not literally spider for either of those two instances. It's, well, arachnid, but yeah. because arachnids also include scorpions, but yeah. I digress. Anyway, we show that guy our papers, and do you have anything, person down here? Oh yeah, I already got that earlier. That was the dark meteor, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to not return to port for a minute. Oh well. Ding dong, ding dong. Wait. Excuse me. I've never been on a boat that I can remember. Oh, we just immediately hear a dude hissing like a snake. Maybe it's supposed to be a horrible lisp or something, but that's a little overkill. And just get back in the doorway. It's fine. No peripheral vision. Tread water. I think we need to stay dry, but diving in the sea, that's it. Lan, you're a goofball. Wow, everybody, look at this low-resolution JPEG. I mean... anything special going on here? No. They're not even gonna tell me to fuck off. Alright. Mirror. I don't think we somehow gained enough to... yeah. We got into like 2 fights while we were there. Oh, there's no special line for being like all the way here out at the bow of the ship. That's kind of disappointing. We got a subship merchant, so that's good. Juice. That's a phrase. Ooh, free net battle. That sounds fun. Mystery stamp. Alright, well, I guess if we can't get into a fight. Yes, X was at the bottom of the PS controller, of all the PlayStation controllers. It's X at the bottom, square at the left, triangle at the top, and circle at the right. It may be that it's one of the old games that uses circle to confirm that was generally switched in the US, but a lot of Japanese games use circle as the confirmation button. So not all of them did get that switched in the localization. Oh, well, in that case, you are absolutely looking at something that was not changed, because a Super Robot Wars game, yeah, that's not been released in the US, even any of the OG stuff. Except for, like, 1. And also, we did get Super Robot Wars 30th on Steam recently. Still no sign of Moon Dwellers, though, which I think was also originally released on... available on Steam, but I know that there is a native English version of Moon Dwellers out there in Asia. No Moon Dwellers? Yeah, I didn't think so, but I do know that there's an an Asian English version out there, so that is actually something that one could pick up and play the game in English. So yeah, we want to go to the wheel. Some mirror. And again, out on the prow here. You're fine, kiddo. Although that is an incredibly dangerous thing for them to do. We'll check out the guys down there in a bit. Oh yeah, were some of those... Were there some Super Robot Wars games in that set? It would kind of depend. Because some of those are actually, like, shockingly powerful, so they could. Yep. There we go. There's our ship's wheel. Stamp. Hey, dude. No, you just kind of look like a generic NPC, buddy. I see. This is just your traditional, very simple uniform. Well, alright, dude. Yeah, I don't know a ton about, like, any of the little handheld emulator devices specifically. Other than, like I said, yeah, some of them are quite capable. Oh, this guy's got an expensive navy. He thinks he's gonna be good at things, but, well... This is an interesting shape because it's so hollow, actually. Ooh, we can jack in here. And then we'll look at that other NPC who is giving me a bit of a worry. There we go. There's the item that we were looking for here. It's not much, but hey, it's an item. I predicted wrong how many times that thing would move. However, I know where it is right now, so... Alright, one last NPC to check out here. Ah, yes, this fellow. Well, we'll talk more about that fellow in a bit. Oh yeah, well I mean that's also just by virtue of like the Gundam franchise is so big too, so. Okay, so it was under the sofa. Alright, I misunderstood the clue because I'm dumb. Alright, let's hand this dude our stamp collection. Hooray, we got a penny. Nice. Uh-oh, there seems to be some tumult going on over here. Yeah, sir, but it didn't cost you 10 million zennies to get you any skills. See, I get the idea of this energetic little fellow. Unfortunately, we do have to look at the fact that his design is this, and he is basically designed to be a Native American character, and one, his name is Dingo, and two, the Navi that he operates is Tomahawk Man. So, yes, I think that this conversation can tie itself up pretty quickly just by mentioning these facts. I won't beat around the bush here. This is apparently I will beat around the bush because I was about to say that sure is a choice. Now, I hate to be the person who, like, immediately picks fights by screaming out, oh, that's racist, because, you know, I'm the sort of person who doesn't like getting into fights. But also, like, yeah, I mean, it's not the sort of, like, oh, it's an incitement to violence kind of thing, but also there's different kinds of... You guys all understand this. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm saying this to anybody who's possibly gonna crop in here. Just racist against racism. Yeah, it sounds like... That sounds like the sort of thing that a surprising amount of people would say seriously, but I digress. Anywho, engine room time. The engine is shaking a little bit. Please enter... security. I'm going to have to back up here and yeah, exactly. Lost my time. Yeah, that just a note for anybody who's not following the abbreviations too much, that's Digimon World 2, not Dragon Warrior 2, but yeah, I've heard Digimon World 2 is fucking brutal in terms of its grind. Hey, you have the hint. Double 1 and 9-2 tonight makes 11. This one kind of upset people for a long time, but I'll go ahead and I'll read it out. 1 1 9 2 2 9 1 1. It is dirt easy. I don't care if you're 5 when you're playing this. Sound it out. It is not hard, which means that I'm probably going to enter it wrong. So 1 1 9 2 2 9 1 1. Although this does raise some questions. For example, about password security. Why are you making a palindrome a password? That is just too easy for people to hash out. Granted, it's also 8 digits, 1 to 9, 0 to 9. So like, you're already fucked as it is anyway. Like, wow, I gotta open 2 luggages. Cool. Anything could be in there, even a snake. Wait, sorry, that's not a Metal Gear joke. That's an accident. Okay. Yeah, because LAN always solves things through the interwebs. It does, in fact, take all the way until Battle Network 6 for anybody to suggest just beating the shit out of him, so I get it. Excuse me. It's just a hose. That's just a big nose bush. Wait, sorry. That's a Rayman 2 joke. Oh, do we just have a random dude here? I don't know what that click was for. Was that like him cocking his buster or something? I don't know. Cocking, anyway. I'm very childish. I hurt from yelling, by the way. Not like severely, but I definitely feel a little bit like, ooh, that stressed out the old vocal doolies. Total number of different alerts for a channel, around 40 to 50. I don't know what sort of number I've seen on those. I know that there's quite a few on Brycel's channel here. Again, he's been in and out and doing stuff with his Tecmo Super Bowl randomizer, or as he calls it, for significantly better flowing Tecmo Rando Bowl. But yeah, he has a crap load of sound alerts for the, notification types for that, because... Or notification. It's not really notification stuff, it's just various sounders and things. Yeah, so what Brian does with Tecmo Super Bowl, I almost called it by the name of his program that he's doing. He'll just run it through the randomizer, and he'll make the AI control all the teams and just play through a bunch of games and run a league. And he and a couple of other guys do running commentary over the games. It's pretty fun. Everybody that he's got lined up in there is generally quite entertaining. Furon Burgundy, who was in here to make fun of me one time when I did an SMZ3 randomizer, when I was kind of realized, oh, hey, I'm actually not good at these at all. He is one of the most recurring commentators. He also does commentary on a lot of rando stuff, mostly Dragon Quest 1 rando, from what I remember. He does stuff for a couple other channels, and of course, Brycelf also runs a Super Smash TV speedrunning league every year. League. Tournament would probably be the more correct word, sorry. I didn't mean to underrepresent it, but I know league is just a good sounding word for some reason. Yeah, you can do some fun stuff with like anything like that where you can set up the AI playing games against itself. Especially you run it through randomizers, the results can be very entertaining. Oh, this is disgusting. I don't like this lineup at all. What do you got in there? Retro. Oh, I see. You've got your Super Robot Wars working. Man, I wish very badly. Kind of my holy grail that I've been hoping for a while when it comes to Super Robot Wars is I've been wanting someone to make an actual translation patch for Super Robot Wars Z. The very first SRWZ. Because I know that somebody out there has translated the whole script. There's a whole ass Let's Play on the LP archive that features the whole script translated. It's just that unfortunately nobody has a patch for that yet, which is quite tragic, but it is a thing that is a pain in the ass, so I get it, but it doesn't necessarily make me happier. Oh, I'm not sure if Super Robot Wars needs joke translations to be goofy on its own, right? But I mean, maybe it could happen. But first, we need somebody to actually put the patch together. Oh, they're already introducing the EX version of the Whirly viruses here. Wow. That didn't take long. You know what? That'll do. That's good enough. And by good enough, I mean massive overkill, but same diff, really. Ruh-roh. Oh. Somebody just yelled thud. Oh, it's that guy. This generic NPC. Lan, use a little bit more stealth. Yeah, what's he gonna do? Swim? Alright, well, let's head on in here. And talk to some NPCs and stuff. Ah, yes, this upside down glass that you can use to contain a very large bug in. We can jack in here. I think there's an item for us to pick up. Oops. It's an HP memory. We can't pick it up. Fuck. Well, this has ruined my everything here. It's time to take truly disgusting amounts of damage just to... Well, I'm going to anyway, but... Okay, yeah, don't try to color point combo against the handies, because the game will just tell you to go fuck yourself. I should have known, and yet here we are. Well... Anywho. So you should probably pay a little bit of attention to what's going on in this room in terms of how things are set up, but I'll solve the puzzle for you basically to skip out on any of that stuff. because, yeah, it does sort of rely on you knowing a bit of lore that is ill-explained. But after you talk to everybody, that's, again, our usual way of doing things. That's right, the new booster system that just makes numbers do more, apparently. As all of the NFT bros in the entire universe are trying to destroy it. Because it just means that things will eat less power. Yeah, these jokes are very old, but listen. Yep, just 8 generic NPCs. 10 times more powerful than normal Navis, you say. Well, that's not impressing me just yet. So what are you setting up as a test? Oh, I see. You're setting up the batteries dying as a test. All right. War? I've heard of that band once or twice. And all of the boosted navies are gone. Well, I guess 10 times 0 is still 0, isn't it? And not in the way that would normally be of interest to us in the Mega Man franchise. Oh, I don't know about that, sir. Nope. Guy was hiding under the table. Oh, what? It's the generic NPC? Yeah, we saw you fucking around, dude. You know something about this. Come on. Oh, he's gonna get his ass whooped. Okay, Shaggy. Well, I mean, it's a digital object, so that's... I guess they search his pet or something. Oh, see, he got beaten to the punch. Which I think is kind of about on the level that Nebula operates on. That this guy was going to steal it, but he was too slow. And he got beaten out on it. The guy who's like the professional crook. Alright, so now we gotta figure out the puzzle here. And I think we have to, like, check everything here or something. Oh, there's a jack-in point here. Neat. Yeah, so we've got differing dudes now. So we've got Mr. Reverse Your Controls Man here. Because the trumpets don't follow the usual version 1 EX, version 2 EX, version 3 EX kind of pattern. They have various alternates. Oh, we don't have any more unlockers, huh? So we can't get that right now. Crud. I feel a little silly. I mean, unlike usual, you know? Coleman is lost. If only we could get a thief that good in this game, right? We're a little bit up shit creek on that one. Hey, you. We can't go just yet. I don't remember what the trigger is for making this move on to when we answer the question. At this point, yeah, if you do check and everything, you can actually tell that the only NPC who's missing is the one who has a unique sprite. But it can be hard to tell because, hey, all these NPCs with non-unique sprites. Alright, so, what's the deal? It's the mirror. It says the mirror is rigged somehow, but that's not actually accurate. And the reflection. So the idea is that it bounces off the corner, over there, over to the pillar, and over to the jack-in point because, for some reason, they decided to change the lore that now, as of BN4, apparently, jack-in is via infrared. First of all, this is a monumentally stupid idea for something that is basically implied to be a living creature, or about as close as you can get when it comes to being a program. And B, this was not true 3 games ago when we explicitly were given a wireless attachment for our pet, which at the time used a fucking cable. So I don't know when they explained that this changed or why, but just that's all. Just So as it turns out, Lan didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he stumbled into the solution by accident. Alright, so we go out this way. Reflection. Mirror. Be over here, right? Or outside the boat, which would also be a thing that we can't do yet, because, yeah. See? So under the couch? Yeah, that is the other place that we were told to remember for the ship. Then, wait a second. Okay, so I guess he would have ran from there, right? Vent. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. This is less stupid than I thought. But only technically. And this guy got clobbered on the way over here. As we go find Dingo. There he is. Doing things that are questionable. Uber Corp developed this system, and it was their resort that ruined my village. So, you know, I get what he's going for, and, you know, again, noble deeds, but also, and again, I think that saying, hey, yeah, this guy's life was ruined. This guy's life was ruined by a big corporation who destroyed his town in their efforts to make this completely reckless and useless piece of technology, and that he's doing it to prevent more people from being thrust into poverty by evil megacorps. But also, again, let us remember they are intending to make this guy, who, remember, is named Dingo, he's basically a stereotypical Native American. And there's this, you know, is not the sort of thing you probably would have wanted to have been writing back in 2005 or so. And there's a reason why at the beginning of each of these collections, there's a warning about how insensitive some of this shit is. Okay, what? Hang on. Water, the oxygen gauge in the right. Here your HP will start to drop. Okay. So, on top of that, on top of this whole section, we have a water level. Very cool, guys. I'm so glad. Ew. That was irritating. I'm not talking about the belch either. Alright, so these bubbles are... yeah, they recover our whole oxygen meter. Apparently they're only one shot, though. We're gonna try to deal with this in as expedient a manner as possible and just... yeah. And yeah, check it out. The submarine is hiding under the water. If you wait a while, the water panels will eventually run out on their own. Yeah. Like, it takes 10 seconds or so. It's not long at all whatsoever. And thank fuck for that, because... otherwise, this would be extremely irritating, but... Yeah, pretty much. Just except that it's the AI specifically forcing them out of it. Hey, we got Yo-Yo F. Ah, dang it. The motions on these things are just killing me, Smalls. Okay, at the very least, it's pretty easy to spot which thing is the ship key because you can tell where those teleporters are. Can we get that to disappear, please? Yes, there we go. Ow, I'm getting the absolute crap kicked out of me by these setups. I need to... God, do I need to go into my folder and just get, like, another field seed? And use that as our lead-in. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Don't even kid yourself. Fix your areas. No, that's not useful. I've got an ice seed. That's good. That'll do. We'll dump a sword. No. 42? What? Are you kidding me? 40 fucking 2 for that? Wow, this game sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a moment seeing that. Well. You don't know what's happening, but it's hilarious. You know what, Alan? I am glad that you're entertained at least, because, yeah. Well, at the very least, we drew it anyway, so... How mad can I actually be? The answer is still pretty damn. Oh, well, see, that's what happens when your seed drops on somebody, is it just... Ah, fuck. Oh, we're having a bad time. It's just like that song about being nothing but mammals or something. No, that's not even that weird. I will rewind briefly to what the 42 was and point out that it's 42 megs, 42 MBs in order to use this as our default chip, which I wanted so that way I could, like, remove ocean panels at the beginning of things. Yeah, it was called the Bad Touch. Right. Yes. A classic of, millions of years ago. I'll be honest, I haven't heard it in a couple years, but, I mean, it is kind of legendary in its own right, so, like... Clean up with a mop and bucket. Yeah, exactly. One of the lines I remember specifically from that is about wanting to, quote, do the stuff that only Prince would sing about. That one is pretty golden. Just this wild mix between classy and absolutely questionable. Oh, good lord, we're going to drown here in a second. Alright. Go invisible. Also, Alan, I need to, like, double down on the fact that I love that you came in on me just raging out. You have this knack for accidentally having really funny timing. Oh god, oh no, not 2 HP! I'm saving here anyway. Oh, this place is pretty long, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is like 4 areas of having to get these keys. And yeah, you can see that the ocean currents absolutely suck your air pretty severely. Well, keep in mind, Alan, that I also suspect that some of that stress also has to do with the part where you just did this whole big move. And while getting out of Oklahoma is pretty great, that's got to be a real pain in the butt. See, I say butt instead of boot because I have a funny accent of being from the Chicago area. So I say the wrong word. Oh, now we're gonna start bleeding, aren't we? No, actually, we're fine. We just missed that item, which I want to say anyway that's probably an HP memory. So like, yeah. Oh, good lord, I would love to see him in those. I'd say he loves being confused, but I don't know if that's actually accurate. Okay, yeah, now I'm checking all the gates now that I saw one keyhole in any of them. That means that there's gonna be ones that have more than that, so I've got to, you know, be like, what is that? Beep boop.
I am Backman. X hear me roar.
Thank you.
Wait, is this thing on? God damn it. Also, who put a fish in this game? And why is he combined with a grade A0?
Oh geez, this thing is not coming out, is it? No, it dislodged itself. Anyway, sorry, I was laughing at the quality of the readout there. Thank you very much, text-to-speech program. And thank you for that 100 bits. I am confused as to where the hell I am, so this might be a bit of... Oh, Jesus. We have to go back that way, don't we? Also, yeah, speaking of 100 bits, yeah, thank you, as usual, for throwing those in this direction. I saw yesterday because it does show the statistics for how all the like hype stuff goes. That apparently I had achieved a hype train yesterday. And it's like, oh yeah, you got all these, you know, like your 2 subs and 0 bits. And I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure you actually did give out a couple bits in that stream too, so if only you had waited a short bit more, but it is what it is. I am not going to complain about, like, receiving free money for basically playing a video game for the internets. I say basically like that's not exactly what it is, right? I'd say this involves absolutely 0 work, but that's not accurate. But compared to some things, you know. Ah, crud. Ah. This is like the Mega Man equivalent of having a really nasty hangnail. I don't know what the hell that means, but you guys can figure it out for yourselves. I'll just be over here getting my ass handed to me by a video game that I've played most of this series up to this point. With wow, that's a lot to ask on the fly, actually. Heck. You know what's fun? Drowning. Wait, no. Something else other than drowning. I don't know how I managed to pull that one off, but okay. Here, let's give this tank a needlessly bad time. Let's hold down them shoulder buttons. And they didn't all draw, but there were 5 bombs. That's pretty great. Yay, we got next key. Oh boy. This dungeon is pretty brutal, actually. Yeah, see, they made Gyro Man cooler than he was in the original series. I don't know if everybody's gonna agree with me on that one, but I mean, here he actually transforms into a helicopter instead of just having a propeller on his back. Oh, baby. Now they're asking me to get multiple keys. I knew it was gonna... Oh, God. Those tornadoes move. Well, at least they seem to phase out after I... Made from rutile ore. Ah, good old rutile ore. Rutile. It's not pronounced like that. It's pronounced rutile. Because it is actually a thing in real life. It's rutile is a type of titanium dioxide mineral, and yes, I don't know if I ever figured out how in the fuck you're supposed to process rutile ore in, well, definitely not in the 1.6 mod pack that we were playing, because we had FTB Monster as our original mod pack when we were doing a modded server for the group, for like the entire community. I don't believe I ever discovered how you're supposed to process that stuff in that pack, but yeah, it processes down into titanium. It's just that also that would have been titanium that's unique to whatever mod that was, Mariculture maybe. Yeah, back in those ancient halcyon... Back in those ancient Hayclon days. I'm sorry, I pronounced the word correctly, and now it's upset at me. Oh, I'm so glad I found that, because that's not what I'm looking for. Oh god, yeah, that was definitely a period for the funny exploits. I distinctly miss the old days, but I've said that like a million times before, that, oh man, I miss the old days of modded MC where you just, you know, had a newt engine. Nope, not, there is not an engine that involved newts, as far as I know. There's gotta be like a Minecraft mod that has newts of some description. And I'm not just talking about like something that turns the axolotls from the new versions into newts. That would just be silly. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You guys really had to make sure that nobody could find that, but also you had to have access to it because you had to fuel the jet engines. Because automating jet fuel in Rotary Craft was kind of a no-go zone. And also, to be fair, Reika, who's the dude who made that mod, was also just like constantly updating it to remove stuff like that. I know I also sent a lot of stuff your way because I didn't know what the hell you guys were doing for that, and hey, you got better returns than I did, so it was some good beeswax. Oh, did you guys have automated jet fuel? Because I know that that's like a mess to do with Rotary Craft. Oh, fuck, this is not good. These guys' movement patterns, I think they're changing too, so that's great. Well, that's pretty nice. That would actually be a really cool thing. Again, I still just mourn the loss of that fun times activity, because let me tell you, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so what we're talking about is the mod pack was called FTB Monster, which I think I stated already, as a Minecraft mod pack, and we were running a Minecraft server for like the entire community that I was in with him. And one of the mods that it had was called Rotary Craft, which is all like based on, well, rotational power, as you would expect. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. So one of the main ways that you can power stuff in... Ah, crud. Well, we can still make hay from this, you know. Oh, and I died. Well, rip. I don't know how far back I am, but not super far. We should be in Area 3, I think. Question mark? Oh, yeah, we saved with 86 HP, because we just saved after that. So, yeah, what would happen with that is that it would have a jet engine, and it produces a lot of rotational power, but it's expensive as fuck to maintain because you need jet fuel, and yeah. Automating jet fuel has generally been a thing that the mod maker has tried to make very hard in order to prevent you from just doing incredibly stupid things with massive amounts of energy. But he's saying that he had a setup for automatic jet fuel, especially with some of the other mods that were involved. helping out with some of that. So that way he could run a machine called an extractor, which is an ore multiplier. Ore multipliers are kind of like a normal thing in a lot of modded MC. And it was just incredibly writ large in terms of its effect. Like, the extractor easily beats out even some of the really stupid stuff of like the mechanism 5x ore extractor, ore multiplier chain. Rotary Craft's extractor tends to get significantly more than that. I've never really set up an extractor setup like that on my own either, so since I'm not quite that good, but I do know how to do like low buck setups that can be automated easily and generate and don't cost anything for power, which is often an issue. Oh god, yeah, the siren. That's... Oh. Ah, yes, the classic of that siren. I remember that thing. The other thing that I remember, did you guys ever set up, like, his entire house to go up in flames? No, that it would, like, just all burst into silverfish or something? Actually, it sounds like, if I recall correctly, that was a thing that you did, and he just never actually checked what you would set up. Which is actually kind of funny in its own right, but more of like a oops. He got played by his incuriousness. Ah, of course, right. Because, yeah, there were some minor stability issues, to put it nicely. Which is a shame. So, one keyhole, but we're gonna have to go on a long journey for this, ain't we? Or the game can just give me... You know what, we're going to reset our health real quick. Because we literally just have to walk along that upper path. I got a Metroidvania. A little bit, but accidentally. But, yeah, so they just filled his entire house with silverfish, and then he just never did anything. Oh, I wish. But then again, also, I'm just like, boy, I wish we could go back to those days in general. And unfortunately, we just don't have a lot of the interest anymore, which is quite sad in its own right. But, it is what it is, I suppose. Not that I don't, like, still look at Minecraft shit and be like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll see if I can build a pack or something that'll entertain everybody. Of course, the problem is that, yeah, getting the few people in the Discord server to be interested anymore. I mean, I think that Poison Arrow has well and truly been shot into our something, or I don't remember that song at all, actually. And I literally just heard it yesterday. Cool. Anywho, yeah, sadly, that well is well and truly poisoned. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, basically, but, not that I'm not, you know, trying to look for stuff. Lears is more interested in doing, like, the kind of Greg Tech stuff, which is cool in its own right, but it's too much even for me most of the time. And Mulderman, well, I'm just going to assume that Mulderman is dead. And that's not actually true because he was literally just in the Discord convo earlier today in our little 4-person group. So, yeah, he has real life stuff going on. He, you know, it would be rude to like hard summon him out of the pain of reality to be like, hey, yeah, you want to experience bees again? I know you're like your mother died recently or something. I think that was a while ago, but you know, and then just in the back of his head, Molderman's just like, I'll get right on it, Chief. Oh, don't joke about that shit, Breesolf. I've been steadily, and I mean very steadily, picking at like VTuber related stuff. Actually, since I've been doing a lot of like graphical stuff lately that's been using like the Game Boy Light as a color palette, you know, the blues of the Game Boy Light. Since I don't have a camera for that, something that I actually thought about doing was to have like the PNG, which would be in this case just a PNG with a couple of frames, as like having like a hand holding up a Game Boy with a Game Boy camera on it, and then showing that in that sort of like actual resolution and pixels and stuff in you know, just like styling everything up like it's Game Boy graphics, and then have the PNG actually be on like a Game Boy camera. Not a literal Game Boy camera, that would just be what the art was. And yeah, I think Brian's just gonna go and like go hurt himself because he found out that Plasticilian's a VTuber. I mean, I'm kidding. That's just mean. So yeah, that's the thing that I've been considering as like a design. Is like, hey, yeah, it's gonna be all like Game Boy style graphics. Then again, I think I said something before to Alan about like doing camera stuff using a Game Boy camera, as I suggested to him for when he did a Game Boy camera stream. All right, you have yourself a nice, good luck with your stream. Your streamity stram, the strumming of the Sir variety. Actually, probably don't the Sir strumming. That feels like something you can get in trouble for on Twitch. Especially if it involves sending it to a stranger who then has to replace their carpet because of the incredible smell. Ooh, an area grab L. So, man, the area grabs are all like good synergistic codes. It's just that S is still the one that suits my needs the most. Ah, damn it. And then it moved forward. Well, that's a shame because the crack ball is actually really good. No, not the crack ball! Wait. Oh, Wernstrom and the crack slam. Oh, Futurama. What a television program that was. I don't know where the hell I am here. I think I'm gonna get out a map in a second because... Oh, never mind. Here it is. We did it, everybody. We did it, Reddit. I finally managed to fuck my way to... That sounds wrong. I finally managed to fuck up my way to getting the actual thing. Yeah, let's just run. These fights aren't really doing much for us. Don't we have... We definitely have all of our Mark cannons maxed out. Have we not gotten a single one of that bubble chip? No, we haven't. Mostly because that enemy absolutely sucks an ass to fight. Surely I can't equip Gen 1 as a normal ship, right? Like, ever? Never mind just now. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I can equip it eventually, but 34. Ugh. If I want to get those dudes, I will come back for them later on. I have a feeling that that chip is not going to, like, change our life too much, though. I'm gonna hope that that's the case. We save. And guess what, folks? Here he is, Tomahawk Man. Looking admittedly like not as good of a version of Tomahawk Man as usual. Tomahawk Man has a gimmick. I don't remember how it works. And we're going to hope that we can just leader raid him out of existence, basically. Yeah, I mean, we did 400 damage in one hit. So Tomahawk Man doesn't flinch. Oh boy, his totem pole summons different attacks. Gotcha. So he's got asteroids. He's probably got some other stuff, but he's gonna die here because he's wood type. Yeah, he just is weak to fire for some reason. Anywho. Too many bad losers. I mean, I understand what he's saying, like, you know, sore losers, but bad loser is such a funny phrase. Alright. Come on, just kick him in the nuts and that'll be good enough. So the plot is basically, hey, yeah, you want to fight against these evil guys, and you'll be seen as cool for defeating the biggest chumps in the universe. But you know what? They love to fight things, so I think they're probably going to end up just being pretty good. Well, sorry about punching my mic. I need a new arm at some point. A new mic arm. A new real arm, too, would be good, but listen. We got to go back to end area 1. It was Grim Steel Drums. Jesus. Was it that loud? Sorry. Yeah, so right now my mic is back on, my Blue Yeti is back on the bass that it came with, so it's a quite heavy metal bass, you know. I bet that's making a noise as I hit it. So yeah, as you can tell, it makes a lot of noise. At least back when I was on that cheap mic arm, it was mostly like spring noises. Just sproing. So when I punched it, it would reverberate really hard, but it wouldn't be quite as loud, I don't think. Yeah, although who knows for sure. Man, though, I haven't played any Dual Strike in a while. I kind of worry about running like just a game against the AI in Dual Strike because those can take a while if I was going to stream it. Maybe I'll squeeze one in at a potential specified time later in the year that would be good for longer streams, but we'll see what happens, what I feel like doing in future. Hey, you. Anything to say? Yeah, there's no real, like, unique graphics in this game, are there, buddy? Oh, there's a couple of things here and there on the interwebs, but very few. They really did manage to capture how boring the internet would eventually be in, like, this era. Nice. Didn't even need the minigun. Nice. Of course, at this point, the fights are all, like, dirt easy, so I'm not surprised. Here, they're making us go around a little bit because of the hostile level design. I'll say one thing, I'm kind of sad that Reboot Camp, like, I knew it wouldn't have a whole lot of Dual Strike content, but I'm sad that it doesn't give you the ability to, like, play as the Dual Strike COs in multiplayer. I mean, I'm sure that nobody would play as basically anything else because, well, actually, okay. I apply an asterisk here that I don't actually know anything about Reboot Camp because I didn't buy it. But I will at some point. Hopefully it's, like, available cheap now. I mean, the odds are good that it's going to be either, like, 20 bucks or 70, basically. That's US dollars. This is a confirmation, because, yeah. We have got a Canadian here. And that's just the people who are watching the stream. If anybody watches the VOD, which, you know, that's a thing you can do, I suppose. But yeah, dollars are there's multiple kinds of them, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm just making an assumption here, and yeah, I guess nobody else would play as anything but the Dual Strike characters because they are really gross. All right, so here comes our nerds. Let's go see what we've got here. Yeah, and Tomahawk Man can drop in and and brings out such a big tomahawk swing that he gets all 12 of them in one go. That's... Whew, boy, you took your Wheaties for this cutscene, didn't you, buddy? Oh, I just read that you can only do up to 2-person multiplayer via Switch Online for Reboot Camp. That blows. They should let you have full-on 4-player multiplayer for that, but maybe it's just a little too much for Nintendo's grade of network stuff. Something, they're still using the same network infrastructure from the GameCube days. I actually don't know how accurate that still is, but that was a statement that was handed around a while ago, so... Regardless... Alright. Let's save before we go in. We can do a once per turn save in here to let us save scum a little bit, but I think we're too good for that. Alright, here we go. Alright, yeah, Shadow Man had to go punch somebody real quick. Well, you're about to find out. It's evil Mega Man. Meanwhile, Nightman vibes. Tomahawk Man doesn't get why this is a deal, and Shadow Man is a hardened contract killer. So, alrighty, we got 10 turns as our target here. So why don't we start things off by demoing Tomahawk Man to the world here. Oh, I don't like that this is a surrounded situation, but I do like his waving his arm around here. All right, let's go for it. Timber! Yes, indeed. Covers a nice big area that blows up anything in the zone. Alright, so... Alright. Color point, and... erase that thing. So we do that, then we color point Super Vulcan. Yeah, no one turn delete here, but we don't really need it. And frankly, we probably didn't need that either, but we'll take it. Why not? Alright. So, you gotta use Tomahawk Swing very carefully, as you'd probably imagine, because it's pretty easy to cause yourself some problems. Nightman, however, Nightman is good at being surrounded. So, I'm feeling like we've got some... Oh, I'm feeling like we got ourselves a shit hand, actually, but... I'm thinking I can probably deal. Do you want to, like... Well, we managed to pull that off because our charge shot is just that strong. Good times. That's a battleship. Aqua World 2. Oh, they kind of gave us one in a garbage code, but what can you do? Well, what you can do is you can scout a little bit with our old friend Shadowman here. And I can crack open the map in a second. Because, yeah, I truly make no excuses for this kind of behavior, but also, if it gets the work done, it gets the work done, don't it? Now, Shadowman should be uniquely strong for us because of his S code, but also, we don't really care about that too much. We are just going to mash the A button and take an insta-kill here. Alright, there's our first key. That opens one panel. Very helpful. Alright, now it's time for Colonel to liberate this hole. Which shouldn't be too hard. Viz. Again, we don't need to get perfect here. We just need to actually beat this, because I'm pretty sure that all the panels that we could get from a perfect will get got anyway. There's our 4 bombs for needlessly huge amounts of damage on that thing. Yeah, see, we got everything we could have gotten. Oh, geez, there's some pretty nasty enemies here. All right. So, Shadow Man, you need to get that in order to get the next barrier key. We're going to hope that we can do this. I mean, we've got reduced area, but that's no big shit. Hockey puck. Oh, that went a little badly. Not horribly, but... God damn it, Shadow Man. What the fuck was that? Just a complete and total whiff. Well, so much for getting that this turn. It's probably my fault for, like, hoping that to rely on the efficiency of something that's really got none to speak of. But also, come the F on, man. Alright, now, ironically, we're using the Navi who's Tomahawk Man's slot instead by using Napalm Man here. Listen, if they won't let me use the TP chips because they don't exist in this version of the game, then I'll just do something similar. One phase in Vuln. Well, that's happening a little bit late, but I admire the hustle. Okay, yeah, this is the correct course of action. I was like, wait a second, but yeah. Oh, this is garbage. Yeah, I mean, look at this trash fucking setup. This is so bad. I can't use Napalm Man in surrounding conditions, period. I didn't think this would count as... Wait, who am I kidding? Yeah, this was, but also... I was hoping beyond hope, against hope rather, that maybe, just maybe, they would give me something that didn't suck in complete and total. Do you want to back up, dude? Can you, like... Okay, so we've got this. That'll do. Okay, yeah, one phase invuln is literally for one turn. That's upsetting. Alright. I'm taking the easiest fight possible here to see if I can, like, really lay out a guaranteed OTK here. Alright, suck these up. Hold the button. 5 bombs. Each worth 120 damage. Yeah. 600 damage to that thing is easily enough to kill a mini-boss. At the very least, like, nothing here will be able to deal damage to any of my dudes, so good enough for me. Which is unfortunately a bit of a problem because that bird is farting around here. And that hole generates a new dog. Alright. Colonel, it's your turn to hopefully not draw complete dog-end garbage here. Oh. This is kind of underwhelming, but I think I can do it. I think I can deal with this. Again, no need to get a one-turn clear. We just need to get it done. That's all. Boom. Very nice. Almost a pity we couldn't have drawn that turn 1, but it is what it is. Now, this is slightly less than ideal, but it is perhaps tolerable. All right, we do this. We start charging up, and oh yeah, nice 80. No, it's 100 damage. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to underrepresent it. 100 damage on that wrecking ball is pretty legit. As unfortunately, I start playing everything else like crap and I just lose all my timing. I'm surprised I actually beat that. I was fully expecting to not be able to. Alright, so Shadow Man, you're going to end up going for those order points in a minute. I know they're order... Yes, because I looked at the thing. But first, it's time for the key. Area grab. That was way too early. And then I felt like I got stuck. That was messed up. Alright. I was gonna be mad if that would for any other target. Like, game, please. Jumped way too early there. Oh boy. Yeah, last turn. I think I did that right. Yes. Oh goodness. That's like the worst way I could have fought that, but okay. We got it. We're having kind of a rough go with Shadow Man here, but we've got the gate open, so we can start doing some stuff in there. Next turn, Shadow Man can go get all of those things, I guess. We're just gonna do this for now and see what we draw that's of value here, and the answer is not as much as I'd like, but wow, that's slow. Oh boy, I did not realize how awful that was. Oof. Going Viz. Well, we lucked out and got that. Oh, God. Using the hockey pucks with less than 3 columns is absolute garbage. That never feels good. Excuse me. Alright, he's throwing that Beast Breath. Oh, don't hit me with 2 of them. That'll suck. Alright. Well, nice. It's good that you got your stuff going there. And good luck with your Duck Station adventures here. Battle Chip. I think that's one that we've already got. Geyser. Oh no, that's one that we don't have yet. Lunar Silver Star Story. Ooh, yeah. I've actually never played that. But yeah, it's gotta sound like the 90s, right? Because it is from the 90s. Alright, so these 2 guys are set up like this. Unfortunately, I can't just sneak attack both of them at the same time. So it's back to us fucking things up here. Alright. Yeah, I assume that a lot of those things are kind of a pain in the butt. It seems like that is the case, just in general. Hey, 1-turn kill. What we lost there was a heart, I'm pretty sure, which is not a huge concern. Not to me, anyway. There can be sometimes, like, squishing like that in that sort of thing, yeah. Mash the button. Oh, crud. Not an instant. Oh, never mind. That's right. It's also a wide cut. It's a capital I formation. Right, and also it's only 2 hits in the middle. I misspoke earlier several times when I talked about that. Shadow Man, get some work done here. Alright, going Viz. Do that. Oh, thank goodness. Because I don't want that blowing up in my area. That would be very painful. Alright, now, Nightman. Not ideal Nightman situations, but we can deal with this, I think. Alright. Area grab. Oh, is he going forward? He's going forward. You nuts. Like I said, not ideal Nightman circumstances, but at the very least, this fight is pretty much free, so good enough. What's that rumbling outside? It's pretty extreme. Oh, is there sound issues for you with the PSP emulator? With pss, or whatever it is? I mean... Okay, good. So the Bladia is only going to attack in an area there and not move over. Bladias have this tendency to just create new places to hang out on, and that will allow them to very easily block choke points. Ooh, I see. That's not great. Okay, so we got this weird Captain Quark face looking sword guy. What the deal with Bladias is that they warp around, and also you can see they do that column destroying slash. They can easily destroy any of your real ability to move around. They can be very difficult to fight. Or at least really dang annoying, you know. Which, close enough. Now, just a moment, I have to figure out where my tab is here. I had open, it had this map in it. Because it wasn't the last one I closed. That means that it's probably not closed yet. History. Just go backward. Oh, whatever. Screw it, screw it, screw it. We can do this without the map. That's right, we can look around with the L button. I'm being a fool. All right, Shadow Man, get to work, Chief. Yeah, see, we've got another one of these. Hopefully we can cause it some issues by using a hockey puck. Right. Can you get out of that part of the front row at least, dude? Good enough. Although it then did decide to just, like, start doing some really wacky shit. Oh, boy. Alright, where am I? I'm in the top corner. Good enough. Actually, kind of perfect. So with good timing, you can get around Bladia's attacks like that, and that's what we did. We made things a little bit easier on ourselves, basically. I could probably have picked Colonel as, like... Oh, speaking of making the wrong choice here, I should have done the old Tommy Hawk there. But I'm not keeping it together with my brain hole here. Press that. Okay, so it should curl if I do that. Will it work? I wouldn't quite have had the... Okay, yeah, so it just bounces in that case. Alright. There we go. I done fucked up real badly. It's okay. It's not actually that important, but I still done fucked up, and I feel like an idiot. All right. So we're going to actually pass, which is something I rarely do. All right. Oh, he's not going to whip out the Mega Buster. That's kind of a surprise. Which is actually a good thing because the amount of damage that it deals is tremendous. All right, Tim Beer. Let's do some nice AoE damage here. And see if we can't ruin this guy's day slightly. Hey, one turn. Nice. I love it. This is more in case we need to, like, take extra turns, basically. Alright, so, sneak attack. How much damage are we dealing here? 200. That's pretty alright. I like that. Yeah, so you know what? Let us, in fact, go for a couple extra turns here and see what we can do. We can start out by not actually being surrounded in a case where I want to be surrounded. Excuse me, that's a pity. But we'll just have to learn how to deal. We can also have really garbage enemy movements here that are, like, seriously putting us in the danger zone. In the Pigma Dengar zone here. Oh, boy. Yeah, down to 100 HP. That's not a place you want to be with anybody ever. But yeah, we've got plenty of turns, really, so it's fine if we do this. Now, to secure that we have no other zone for this guy to get into, we're doing this. Alright. And just hockey puck from downtown. Heck yeah. I could actually have one turn liberated that, although, again, what a garbage enemy set, huh? Yeah, look at that. Well, so we've seen what happens when you get defeated in this, is that you just get stunned for a bit. He's a multi-hit guy, but also now he's got nothing guarding him. So, you know what? This was some bad planning, but technically, I demonstrated something. So, here we go. Let's get Mega Man. And he is going to be a Dark Soul Mega Man that we fight here. With a fixed, well, was normally 600, but in our case, well, normally 800, but rather in our case is 600 HP. He doesn't seem to be, like, doing a lot of the super wacky shit that this sort of fight would be known for. Well, we've managed to screw him up pretty severely by doing that, so that's nice. The Dark Souls of Mega Man. Oh, not quite. But I get the joke. Fuck. That really does not work when there's a single row. Oh well. Yeah, so with a draw like that, that was simply not going to happen. Alright, Tomahawk Man, you throw in for all you've got here. Oh, wow. That actually threw me off because I was expecting that to be even... I was expecting that to be even slower. Alright, so that should interrupt the attack and let us get into Easy Mark Cannon. And yeah, that fight was made mostly hard by my own ineptitude. If I'd failed there, that would have been really embarrassing. But, folks, we beat it. Beat it 3 turns faster than expected, and we got ourselves a full cust asterisk. Now that is a great reward. At least for certain parts of the game. Lan, I don't know if that's necessarily going to work. Try, like, electricity or something. Oh, nope. He's trying to overcharge. He's trying. And, he's apparently succeeding so far. Oh, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. He's going Dark Super Saiyan. Punch him with your sword. Lan just sort of grasping at straws because he doesn't know what to do. Oh, he's pulling out Dark Cannon. We can't even use that in this game, and that is damage equal to the HP you've lost, so that would actually probably be a sure kill at this point. Alright, Lan, just start making weird, goofy noises. All you gotta do is yell the plot names enough. Just call out for Hub, it'll work. Trust me. And there we go. That worked, I guess. Good old anime writing. And he has lost consciousness because he's too drained. To be fair, yeah, he would be. And Mega Man is being transferred back into Lan's pet, and we're going to back to controlling Mega Man for the next mission. Yep, we get Tomahawk Soul. And Shadow Man's a snarky fellow as ever. They just really want to make him cool, you know. He's already a ninja robot, come on. Lan, mumble mumble. Nice loud mumble mumble there for you, thanks, guys. Dang, Mega Man is excellent job censoring that. Yeah. Remember in BN2 when they were saying damn and stuff like that quite frequently? Well, I guess somebody at the ESRB decided that it wasn't funny getting one over on them by their being too damn lazy. I'm not happy about it! Yeah, okay, buddy. Alright. I see we've met our next villain, Cosmo Man, who's like Starman, but significantly chonkier. There was actually a Starman in Network Transmission, which is a game that I've never beaten. I got pretty damn close, but it's too hard for me, and that's part of why I didn't play it on stream. Yep, that's everybody here. Yeah, I mean, we all... Well, maybe we don't all know each other. Oh, are we already getting a guy in the crew without any new missions. That's a shock. Oh, I think I know how Higsby found out. He's a fucking dweeb who knows everything on the internet. And also, he's a huge nerd who absolutely idolizes Lan, like, as his hero. So, you know. It's to become a man. Well, he wants Barrel's stubble, I see. Oh, I thought you were going to say strong man, like, you don't know where the gym is. He was asking Barrel for directions to the gym. Higsby knows about Nebula. He knows how they deal, because Higsby was in Battle Network 4, pardon me, in Blue Moon. And yeah, see, having some computational power on our side would be quite helpful for hashing things out and figuring out where our future missions are, where Nebula's hiding, all that stuff. Liberate End Area 5. If we succeed, we'll have liberated the entire net. I think that's bogus, but okay, dude. Force them into the undernet and round them up. That's quite difficult, actually. Yeah, remember that Pride is from Internet Canada. And Barrel is from Netopia, so he probably is a little bit uncertain too, yeah? Alright, everybody gear up. He's got something special for us, apparently. Ooh, we get some email. What's the deal? Shadow Soul? Yeah, we haven't been able to use this, right? So it's got a B left anti-damage effect. Its charge attack is a long sword, which is kind of mediocre. Can charge up sword chips and you can hit any enemy from behind. That's cool, but it also is subject to many glitches. Tomahawk Soul turns all panels into grass panels when you activate. Doubles attack strength for wood-based ships over grass panels by consuming those wood chips. Yeah, you get some sleep there, Retro. Have a good evening. Our charge attack on B is the big old tomahawk swing. It's a nice light sword-sized slash. We won't get confused or paralyzed. It says by wood-based traps. We're status-proof with that, I think. So, lastly, an anonymous email. Mega Man faced down the dark power within himself. Now, under certain conditions, he can use this dark power. Chaos Unison. Chaos Unison is kind of considered to be one of the most infamous game breakers. I don't know if we're getting a tutorial for this or not, but if it's not, I will explain it in just a second. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, never mind. We get a... No, we don't get a tutorial. Never mind. So, Chaos Unison, we unite with a chip to basically change into any of our double souls, but they will become their chaos form. They have the same effects, but it lasts only for a turn, and the charge shot is replaced with the dark chip that we sacrifice. We have to use the dark chip that corresponds to any of those souls. So, like, we would use Dark Invis to become Shadow Chaos, and that lets us have Dark Invis as our charge shot. However, the charge shot turns into a purple ball, and if it is not in that purple orb state, the charge shot will backfire, summoning Dark Mega Man to the other side of the field, who is invincible, lasts for like 10 seconds, and just bombards us with bullshit. And also it ends Chaos Unison prematurely. There are some ways to like easy cheese that into just being able to use the attack consecutively quite easily. So I fully understand why people are like, hey, that's disgusting, because it kind of is. Especially considering that some of the super chips that we can get here, Dark Lance is the the one for Tomahawk Chaos, which is very strong. I forget if it's 400 or 500 base damage, but you can understand that tears up anybody who hangs in the back row pretty easily. Dark Invis is quite infamous in its own right. Dark Drill, which we have to get that in a hidden area, so I'll get that later. But that's quite powerful. The other ones that we get in Team Colonel, we have Dark Sonic, which we've seen up here. Dark Sonic is basically just a more durable version and lasts longer of the chip Timpani, which I haven't really shown off extensively, I don't think, in any previous playthrough, but is useful for very niche circumstances. Colonel Chaos is kind of garbage, basically. I'll say that. Tornado Circle we can't use. Dark Wide will be for Toad Chaos, which is a slight spoiler. It's okay. It does what it does. Dark Plus will be getting Number Soul, as you've probably guessed by the fact that Number Man is back. Dark Plus is quite powerful because you can charge that up and it applies a plus 50 to your next chip, and you can just do that a lot if you have a nice long turn. Extremely gross. However, as you can see, we've got a bunch here for just the Team Proto Man souls, which I'll go ahead and I'll point those out. Dark Sword is whatever. Dark Tornado already has good damage because you can see that's 400 max. It's an 8-hit chip, but it covers more than just the 2-panel target, and you can do the usual tornado combos. So it's gross. Dark Meteor shoots a bunch of meteors and really fast. This is sickeningly powerful. This is great. I love this. I should have probably played Team Proto Man, but whatever. Dark Thunder is just a Thunderball with 200 damage, so really, whoopty shit. The other two that we're missing are Dark Recover, which is recover 1000 HP, which again is irritating, but realistically speaking is not game-changing. It's the sort of thing that is really, really degenerate in multiplayer, but you know, who's playing PvP in any of these games? They're so unbalanced. And the last one is Dark Circle, which is a circle gun with 7 targets. So depending on your ability to fence your enemy in with area grabs, it can go from meh to absolutely snapping somebody in half like a dry twig. And yes, that, with our picking that up, that is going to be where we end tonight's session. Save that and hit the stop recording button and blah-de-blah-de-blah.